Hello everyone. Dana here, still in California at the Love Sola Flowers warehouse for our big Black Friday sale. And we are here on the weekend filling your orders as fast as we can. But I'm excited to take a little break to do a tutorial with all of you. So if you jump on, please say hi so I can see if I see my comments. We are gonna make some Christmas trees. I've got stuff in my hair. Hi, Mariah. Mariah, you always get notifications. So we've been noticing that people are not getting notified of these lives. So hey, Janice, we are trying to see if we can fix it for you guys because we do get feedback that some of you want to be here for our lives, but then you don't see them. Hey, Laura. So I'm glad that we see people here. So we're trying to fix this whole notification thing. If you have not made sure your notifications are set up, you can do that in your settings and make sure you get notified when we have live videos and posts and such. Hi, Jamie. Hi, everyone. Happy weekend, right? Saturday. My days are all like blending. Hey, Becky. I'm actually going back to New Jersey tomorrow. So this is my last full day here in sunny California. And I thought we would do a tutorial for Christmas again. Hey, Maria. Okay, so I'm glad to see you guys saw that we were here because we don't know what's going on, but we are hearing that people aren't knowing when we pop on for these things. And we love you to be live for the tutorials because it's a chance for you guys to ask your questions live. And so if there's anything, yay, Tatiana, if there's anything you want to ask, we can answer it live. So that's why it's fun for at least tutorials to be here on a live video. So if you have not checked out our Black Friday sale, we have Sola Flowers up to 80% off, and there's a bunch of those. Nothing needs a coupon code, so it's already discounted. You'll see your prices. Thanks, Stacy. Hi, Sheila. So yeah, so you're not having to worry about anything. You'll see your prices right when you put them in the cart. It is free shipping for $150 and more. So if you have a wholesale account, make sure you log out, because wholesale you have to spend a little bit more for free shipping, and you don't want to have to do that. So sign out your wholesale account if you are doing some bulk shopping. Oh, yay. All right, maybe we triggered something here. Maybe this notification works. So I'm glad you guys are here joining us. We are going to make two different kinds of trees. And let me just show you what I ordered to start. So, oh, I didn't even know that, Stacy. Okay, so Stacy said there's a little bell at the top of your video, and you can click it to receive notifications. People are getting a little crazy here at the warehouse, filling all your orders. So I ordered these tree wood cutouts, right? And there's like, I think there was 6 in a pack, and it was pretty super cheap, and they're pretty thin. Okay, so what I was thinking you could do with these after we fill them with flowers, and we're going to do that in a little bit, you can put them on a wreath. You can put them on a board or in like a picture frame. So there's like lots of places you can put these, but they're thin, which makes them really cheap, which is really nice. Also makes it cheap to ship if you're doing that as well. So you can use these guys. Like I said, I think I would probably mount mine on a wreath. Like have the wreath and then do this and then just have like maybe ornaments on the wreath and my Sola be on the tree. Or you can, again, mount them on a board so that you have a Christmas tree board. You can paint the board red. You could do whatever you want. So I've already filled one of my boards up with raw flowers, but I'm going to do one with green as well. So I'm going to start with the green one, and then I'll show you how we're going to kind of schnazz up our raw flowered one, okay? So again, these were on Amazon. I think I just put like Christmas tree wood cutouts and picked the cheapest one because that's how I roll. So if you want to save money, just sort by cheapest first. So I have dyed my flowers green. The color is a Bear brand paint color, and it's something like alfalfa grass or something. The word alfalfa was in it. And then you can make them more like bright Christmas green by adding more water, or you can keep them a little bit darker, like more of this kind of evergreen green, if you use a little bit more of the paint. But if you want a brighter green, you just add some more water and it'll get brighter. Now, on my wood, I painted the background green just in case there were any gaps, you wouldn't see them. And if I were selling this or putting it on something, I would paint the back green too. So make sure that if you're gonna do the one that's green, you paint it first and paint the back too. But again, this was just for my tutorial, so I didn't do the back. And actually, I just used a permanent marker for the brown on the bottom, but you could stain it or use paint there too. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to use flowers. Now, if you want to use flowers that are all the same for something like a Christmas tree, that's totally understandable. I would suggest flowers like the dahlia, because it's kind of spiky, so it could look like, you know, stems. Carnation is nice and fluffy. And then I have a belly. Okay, and I'm doing all the different sizes, 3-inch, 2-inch, and minis. But the belly is also good. Now, again, you can use just one flower to fill your board, but I do like the textural differences of using multiple flowers. We also have the Milky Way. You could even do almond because that's super prickly, and that would look pretty cool. So you can use, you know, again, the same flower, but I like to use the different flowers. They're all the same color, but they're different flowers. So I'm gonna start, and I have done some minis, and my minis are gonna be saved to do my little corner pieces. So you see how I'm gonna save those for the corner. So I'm going to start building kind of in one of my corner sides. Now I'm going to just kind of eyeball it up and see which mini, maybe this mini is a little bit fatter. It might be better for the bottom one. Here you go. So I'm gonna put my little mini carnation, just with hot glue, in the corner. And basically I'm gonna start building from here. So if I did a carnation, I probably wanna try to use a different flower next to it. Now, I'm going to push the flowers really up tight next to each other so there's no gaps. But again, this is also why I painted my board green, so that if there were any gaps, there wouldn't be a problem. The other thing about this, and maybe the difference between this tree and a heart board, let's say, if you are new to Sola, you can look up our videos. We have done a heart board before, so if you need to know what that is. And then also in our community group, you can see heart boards like crazy. The community group is facebook.com/groups/love-sola-flowers. Anyway, a heart board, you want it very tight around the border because it's a heart. You don't want jagged edges for that. But with the Christmas tree, I don't mind some jagged edges because it just looks like stems, you know, coming down. So I'm not so going crazy about like, is it identical to the edge of my line? Any of that stuff. I'm not worried about that because I kind of like that it's not a perfectly straight line because that makes it look more like a tree. So I'm just going to keep adding my flowers and I'm going to press them up really, really tight. If you're new to Sola and this is one of your first tutorials you've ever seen, say hi too. We'd like to say hi to you guys. We know that during some of these big sales, we get a lot of new customers who don't know where to start. So we hope that these videos at least give you a place to start. Yay, thanks, Debbie. Yeah, and you know what? A lot of times too, like, I don't know, I just kind of like browse online and look for different things and I'm like, can I put a flower on that? And that's kind of how I get some of my ideas. But we like to try to be creative enough that it gives you guys ideas for some of your things. Do any of you have Christmas shows, or has COVID kind of erased Christmas shows around where you are? I'm not sure. You know, some states are still a little bit more open, so you guys can still have craft shows. We don't really have any craft shows in New Jersey going on, but you can definitely do like Facebook Marketplace for holiday and sell them there. I know a lot of you are like, where do I start with selling things? But everyone is looking for homemade Christmas stuff, things for teacher gifts and all that. You can definitely start like Facebook Marketplace. Oh, yay. Thank you, Indana. It's fun to do them. So you had to wait till these kind of dry a little bit because we push them so hard against each other. So I'm just letting them dry before I move to my next layer. So again, I'm not going crazy about fitting it tight against my layers because I like it hanging over just a little bit, like, you know, little wispy evergreen stems. I did these real fast. I dyed these real fast while I'm here. And if you have not played around with paint, I do use Behr brand indoor house paint, but you could use other brands if there's no Home Depot near you, because that's a Home Depot paint. And you can use other latex paint. Some people use acrylic paint. I don't have as much luck with acrylic paint for coverage and like crispiness. But you can put a little bit of glycerin in your water. Now these are, you can see how squishy these are. These don't have glycerin in them, but the Behr brand paint tends to be softer than an acrylic anyway. I know, Nancy. Sometimes I see some things you make. Hi, Johnny. Sometimes I see things you make and I'm like, oh, I'm so glad someone actually used my tutorial. Because sometimes I wonder, do you guys make the things that I show? So if you make any of our tutorial items, please put them in our Facebook group so we can see, because it gives everybody different ideas. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to like layer it, so that's why I'm kind of planning it out a little bit. No craft shows. Oh, that's nice, Maria. You still have farmers markets going on. But Facebook, even your own friends are looking for, a lot of, friends like to support the small home businesses, especially now, because no one really wants to go to stores. So now's a good time to sell your stuff online when people don't really want to go to the store anyway. Okay. So I'm just doing a little planning out here. I got my glue strings as always. If you are new to our tutorials, as you can see, when you go back and forth with your glue gun to something like a board, you get a lot of these like glue strings. All you need to do is take a hairdryer on the hot setting and you just buzz it and it literally melts the glue away. Oh, say hi. So Julia's my daughter and she's still obviously in New Jersey. I guess on Saturday when there's no school, there's nothing else to do but watch her mom on Facebook. Yeah, Johnny, they were so cheap because it was like 6 of them. So you could make a bunch, and they were not expensive at all. I don't remember the exact price, but it wasn't expensive. And again, I do like to layer my things like heartboards and stuff. I like them to be like up and down and all around. So, and again, you're gonna need minis for this. I know, I miss them, but it is nice to get away sometimes, and it's nice to get into the warehouse and see everything from this side as well. So we're okay. She's 13, so she's good. She's pretty independent. When I'm there, she has like no interest in like hanging out with me, but when I'm gone, she misses me. But yeah, so I do like the layered look of this. So I'm gonna just keep going with it, wanting to fill my edges in. And again, I'm gonna press them pretty tight against each other so that I'm avoiding gaps. And I do have some red that I'm gonna add to this, as well as fake Christmas lights. So yeah, if you can cut wood things, you can make anything. And then again, you could put it on a board. If you still want it to be a board, you just get a cheap picture frame, because picture frames you can find anywhere. You can find them cheap at $1. Like sometimes wood boards are expensive, but if you find a picture frame, you can mount this, glue this down on a picture frame. And how cute would that be? And you could even have like a board that maybe says Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or, 'tis the season. And then put your tree under the wording. If you have like a Cricut and you do vinyl, you could always do that, or you can paint with, stencils and things like that. So there's lots of things you can do with these little guys, and they're so cheap, but it's easy because you don't have to draw like a chalk lined Christmas tree, which I'm so not good at. I'm artistic like in design, but I'm not a good drawer at all. I have ugly handwriting. I can't draw. So yeah, that's not for me. I know, Peggy, it's so easy and so cute. And again, if you've got the 1,000 box, which is one of our biggest deals going on during the Black Friday sale, it's only $199.99 for 1,000 flowers. We did show a video so that you could see that we have tons of variety in that box. and all the different sizes. Not too many minis. Most of them are 2 inches and 3 inches. But we did do a video because we didn't want people to be nervous about getting, 1,000 flowers and then, be afraid that you got like one style flower and that's going to be it. So we did show you we just pulled a box off the shelf that was going to go out to somebody, and that's what we showed. So that is our like big deal, because that 1,000 flower assortment has never been this cheap and probably will never be this cheap again. So if you need to just stock up. But what I was going to say about the 1,000 flower assortment is you're going to get all of these sizes. And so you're going to be able to have a few minis for your projects and the bigger sizes as well. So you just got 1,000 bucks. Johnny, I mean, if you saw it, then obviously you just got it before the sale. You know what it's like. You get lots of styles, like not a big box of like little bitty flowers. It's a really good set. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this. So let me hold it up. So again, do you see how it's even hard to see the differences, but do you see how when I use different flowers, it just creates some texture? If I use the same flower, it just, it would still be cute, but I love the difference. So I have these little baby jazzies. I don't know if you've seen me use the jazzies in a little bit, but I thought these were so cute as like little ornaments, like little stars. Kind of gives me like the feel of like a little bow or something. And so I'm going to put these jazzies. I did a quick job dyeing these little guys, but so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue them down. It's so cute, these trees. And like, again, they were so cheap. I was actually surprised because, wood is not always so cheap. But I'm going to put these little guys down. And let me see, where am I? I'm just putting this little bit. The color for the red, I'm trying to think what the color for the red was. Timeless Ruby. Okay, the red was called Timeless Ruby, and you got to be heavy-handed on the paint and less water to get like the really true kind of red color. So let me put this here. I feel like one guy needs to be there too, but we'll see. Samantha, I just said it's Timeless Ruby. It's Bayer brand as well. I figured we were gonna get that question, so I feel like this one needs to be here. I kind of like them random. You can set them up if you're like in a line like that. Let me grab. I have. Now I'm probably gonna burn my hands, so I'm gonna really try this. Okay, so I got these little gold balls, and I thought these could be like Christmas lights. And it sounded like really cute that I could make these look like little Christmas lights, until I figured I have to hold them in my hand and pour hot glue on it. So let me see if I can figure out a way to not burn my hand to death by doing this. Maybe if I drip the glue on the tree and then just drop the ball. So let's try it that way, and then we'll see. So I'm gonna put a glue drop and then a gold ball. Yeah, that worked. Like little ornaments, little Christmas lights, I thought would be cute. So these are little gold balls. Everything that I'm using today, I got from Amazon. So I thought this would be cute to add a little bit of gold sparkle-ish. You could also use spray adhesive and put, I don't know if you watched, did you watch my snow globe? I did a snow globe last night. If you watched the snow globe, I used a fake snow. And if you wanted to put fake snow on here, I know. But I have a weird thing with texture. I don't like things on my hands. I know it sounds so weird. I don't wear gloves. That's why there's always paint in my fingernails. But I know there are fingers to save those little silicone fingertip things. But I have a thing about like needing to touch everything, but it would save me. But so in the snow globe we had that fake snow. What you could do is do a spray adhesive in a couple spots on your tree and then shake it on and then like shake it off. And then that way you have it like snowed. What do they call it? Flocked. That's what it is. You could flock your tree with a little bit of fake snow. I thought that would be cute. You could also use spray glitter. Oh, I was just gonna say, Maria, you can get, I use, it's called Glitter Blast. I also get it on Amazon as well. It's, I think you can find it at the Home Depot and probably hardware stores, but it's called Glitter Blast, and it comes in iridescent, it comes in silver, and it comes in gold, I believe. And you can spray glitter on it as well. But if you're wanting it to look more like snow, I would just do the spray adhesive. Or even you could probably paint like a little Elmer's glue if you don't want to get like a spray adhesive. You probably could just get a little glue on there. And then, so I'm almost done with my little lights. I know I heard some of you guys ordered your snow globes. It's so fun. Your daughter-in-law is asking if you need to do anything to preserve her flowers. There's nothing you need to do to preserve our Sola flowers. They last forever. The only thing, obviously, if they get dusty, you'll want to dust them a little bit. You don't want them like in direct sunlight if you're wanting the color to remain, you know, as bright as it is. So our flowers, they themselves, you know, they can't be sitting in moisture and that kind of thing. But as long as you're just keeping them out in a normal, friendly weather, you just need to dust them every so often, and then maybe not put them in like a window with direct sunlight. Now, if you don't mind if the color fades a little bit, you can put it in a window. It's not a big deal. Hey, Anne-Marie. All right, I'm gonna put my last little light. So we didn't burn ourselves. We made it all the way without burning. I'm gonna jinx myself, I'm sure here, but we made it all the way with our lights. Look how cute. You could actually, I know some people get crazy with the fairy lights. I don't really use them because I don't know how to. So, but you could for sure, like, you know, like they have like a box of fairy lights. You could probably get a little hole and put the box on the back and set it up with fairy lights and put it on a wreath. And then you have a lit up wreath. Is that right? I know, look how cute, right? It's so cute. And the little balls, like I said, doesn't look like little lights, but you definitely could for sure use fairy lights. Now, don't go anywhere yet because I'm not done. I have one more tree just to show you real fast, but I'm not going to glue down, so it's going to be very, very quick. So don't go yet. I already did one the same way as I filled this with the green. I filled it with raw. Okay, so this, I'm going to spend more time on adding some greeneries and other things, but I love a mixture like a heartboard of raw and skin flowers, and you know, has the thistle. This is mostly the new flowers I used for this one. Again, there's a tab called new if you're looking for the newest flowers that we have. Again, I did paint the little stem brown. This one I did not paint anything because the wood was pretty close to the flower color, so I left it as is, and I used a flower on top that looks like a star. So I thought it was cute. A lot of our new flowers actually look like stars. I thought that was so cute, but I'm not done. It's pretty, but I'm not done. So I have the Juniper, okay? The Johnny the Bases from Amazon. It comes in a pack of 6. This is what it looks like. Super duper cheap. Yes, you could totally do that too. I know, I like the white too. I like the white, but I am going to add some greens to it. So this is the Juniper from lovesolaflowers.com. Our fillers are on sale as well. I'm going to add a little bit of these, just a touch of green to our already done board. Okay. I'm going to just pull off pieces. Juniper does have a smell, like an evergreen smell, because it really is a preserved plant. None of these fillers are faux. They are high quality preserved. So I'm going to take my Juniper and I'm going to see, I don't need it very big pieces because I have very packed it in. So I'm going to just find spots that I'm going to just peek it through. Again, the Juniper looks very Christmas tree-y. It's very popular like in farmhouse and, you know, style decorating to have more of this natural, neutral look, more rustic look. So if you're going for that look and not, you know, this one's obviously more traditional with the greens and the reds. But if you're going for that more rustic or farmhouse look, you know, this is kind of the way to go. And I'm just going to take my Juniper and I'm going to slip it in just a few different spots. And again, the Juniper smells really, really nice. It does smell like, if you want your house to smell like Christmas, It will fade, but it's a nice, pretty, piney kind of smell. Yeah, Anne Marie, that's what I said. In a frame, like with words that say maybe Happy Holidays, or like you can, you know, you can put someone's name on it. If someone's getting married in the holidays, you can do something like, you know, established December 24th. You know how they do that with the family name. There's so many things you can do with these. After you fill them, you can add them to anything. So I just want a piece here. I'm just going to add a few more. I don't want to go crazy with it because, again, I want this to stay very neutral. Just wanted to add a little pop. And this juniper does have the juniper berries in them as well. They're kind of a blue shade. Not a bright blue, but a soft blue shade. Oop, they're falling off on me. I know, it's so cute. I love holiday weddings because you can do this. If you have, if you are actually getting married in the holidays, these would be cute in little boards all around. Okay, so I added my juniper, which just was very, very light. Okay, I didn't do a ton. I'm gonna just add a little bit of my fern here. This is leather fern. We did talk yesterday about the spores. I don't know if you watched it. Don't get nervous. Some leather fern has the spores. It's a natural plant thing. You literally can just use your fingernail and it literally wipes them off. No, it's not bugs or eggs or anything else, but we know it sometimes freaks people out. But in here, it's not used to being away in California. It's wondering why we are not in New Jersey. So, all right, let me just finish up here with the leather fern, and then I'm going to add my piece of canela, okay? Canela is, they look like little red pine cones. They're super cute. It's gonna give this the little bit of color that it may need. Again, you don't need to add any fillers. You could just do the raw and the skinned. Okay, so there's my green, and I got my canela, and I'm just going to use it kind of like little ornaments, little berries on the tree. Okay, so I'm gonna put one here up on the top. And I'm gonna just start filling this up with little baby ornaments. So this is probably my last tutorial here in California, but when I get back, I'm gonna think of a lot more holiday ideas for you guys to start with once you get all your flowers from this big sale. That way you have good ideas. We want to see yours, like I said before. We want to make sure that you are sharing your pictures in our community group because you guys think of different things to do than I do. And we could always use each other's creativity. I always love to see what other people do, how they take a tutorial and then make it their own. That's one thing about handmade items is that everybody's things look a little different. Everyone has a little different flair and twist on things. So no matter what we do, we're always going to be individual. And I love that about projects like this. Okay, I think that's it. Nope, I need one more over here. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's it. So that's the canela. Again, you're going to look under fillers to find any of these fillers. Again, at home, I would just hit this with a hairdryer and dissolve up all of these strings, but I'm going to show you them side by side. So we have more of a traditional Christmas with the green and the red, and I did the little gold balls for lights. This one is with some canela, like little berries, and then my leather fern and my juniper. And then again, most of those are those new flowers, so if you like those, but a lot of new flowers could be used as stars. They're so cute. So these are the two styles, but you can come up with so many different ideas. And again, there were 6 in the pack I used. I will look for the link. It's wood. I will look for the link for the cutouts, okay? So you guys can order these cutouts. Again, they were pretty cheap for 6 of them. And again, you're going to put them anywhere you want. You can put them on a wreath. You can put them on a picture frame. You can put them on a wood board. You can stand them up, you know, if you did this. I think someone had just mentioned that. You can double them up so that they're two-sided. How cute would that be if you filled both sides? I mean, you don't have to use more than one board. I meant do both sides. So you can do a two-sided thing and maybe put it in like a holder. There's so much you can do with these. I love them because they're really lightweight too, because a lot of times if you have a business where you have to ship, shipping kills you. I know it kills you because it's very, very expensive to ship. So these are so light and they're very kind of small that you can ship these very easily to people. And then they can, again, they can hang them on their wall just as is. If you add a cute little, let me put this down here. If you add a cute little bow, you can literally hang them on your door like this. You don't have to do very much. Can you please list the flowers and sizes you used? Yes, so well, this one is all the new ones, okay? So for this flowers, they are just only 1 or 2 3 inches. Most of them are 2 inches. These flowers were in the new category, okay? So you're just gonna click new and you'll see these flowers for this one. And just whatever catches your eye, you can order. These ones were dahlia, carnation, and belly. And it's minis. That's how you fill the little sides in, the minis. And then it's 2 inches. And then I only do like 1 or 2 3 inches because otherwise it would take up the whole board and you want to have that texture. But this is great too if you guys have kids who are a little older, obviously, who can do a hot glue gun if you trust them, or if you want to be the hot glue gun manager. But for Thanksgiving, you know, like everyone's looking to keep the kids busy for Thanksgiving, you could let them make little things to put on the trees to decorate and stuff like that. So there's just so many things you can do with Christmas trees. If that's the look you're going for with the raw kind of farmhouse look or the more traditional, you could do silver or gold flowers. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with these. And with 6 cutouts, you can make a bunch of different. You could have a little competition. If you have, you know, a ladies group or something, you could all make a tree and decorate them, and that'd be fun too. Or craft classes. The flowers do not come dyed. We do have lots of video tutorials on how to dye flowers, how to hand paint flowers and such. Very, very easy. All you do is mix your paint with water. The more paint you have, the more like bold the color is. The more water you have, the more translucent it is. These are all dyed with Behr brand paint, okay? And I did give the colors. This one's called alfalfa something, alfalfa juice or alfalfa. It's the only one that's called alfalfa in Behr brand, so you'll find it. And then if you want it to be more of that bright Christmas green, you just add more water. If you want it to be even darker than this, you add more paint. And the red was called Timeless Ruby from Behr brand. But they come to you like this. Okay, and again though, I like to mix the skinned and the raw to give it that cool two-toned effect. Especially during the holidays when there's like things like pine cones and stuff like that, it's nice to use those skinned flowers. Okay, so that is this tutorial, and probably my last tutorial, at least from California, but we will do more holiday ones when I get back to New Jersey. Take advantage of our sale. Again, there's that 1,000 pack that's only $199.99 for 1,000 flowers, and you get tons of different styles, all the different sizes, mostly the big ones, which is good for your projects. And we have flowers up to 80% off, like 48 different styles of flowers and sizes of flowers. A lot of them are 70 to 75%. So you'll see all the prices listed on our website, lovesolaflowers.com. If you're just joining us for tutorials for the first time because you just heard of Sola, join our community group. It's facebook.com/groups/lovesolaflowers. Lots of ideas, lots of sharing, and we are just a fun community. We keep everything positive. Everyone's encouraging. So join us there as well. Okay, that's it. Have a great rest of your weekend.